I've always been fascinated by ancient prophecies, and today, I'm diving into one of the most intriguing books of the Bible. The Book of Amos might not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think of exciting literature, but trust me, it's packed with drama, important lessons, and some mind-blowing prophecies. Let's break down this ancient text and see what it has to tell us about justice, morality, and the consequences of our actions. Okay, so it's around 760 BCE, and there's this guy named Amos. He's not your typical prophet, he's a shepherd and a sycamore fig farmer from Tekoa. But God's like, "Hey Amos, I've got a job for you." And suddenly, this ordinary dude becomes the voice of divine judgment. Now here's the cool part. Amos starts by calling out Israel's neighbors for their wrongdoings. It's like he's warming up the crowd, you know? Syria, Philistia, Tyre, Edom, they're all on God's naughty list. But wait, there's more. Just when the Israelites are probably feeling pretty smug about their neighbors getting called out, Amos turns the spotlight on them. He's like, you guys aren't off the hook either. And he starts listing all the ways Israel has messed up, oppressing the poor, being unjust, and forgetting their covenant with God. It's a real, oh snap moment for the Israelites. Now you might be wondering, what's with all this judgment talk? Well, Amos isn't just here to bring bad news, he's trying to wake people up. In chapters 7 and 8, we get these wild visions that Amos has. First, there's a swarm of locusts, then a huge fire. And then, God holding a plumb line. It's like, a series of divine warning shots, each one more intense than the last. But here's where it gets really interesting. Amos sees a basket of ripe fruit, which sounds nice, right? Wrong. It's actually a symbol that Israel is ripe for judgment. It's like when you leave a banana out too long, it goes from perfect to you real quick. God's saying that time's up for Israel to get its act together. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. Amos ends with a message of hope, promising that one day, God will restore Israel. It's like the ultimate comeback story. Let's break it down. A big part of why God's so mad is because of social injustice. Amos is calling out the rich for exploiting the poor, judges for being corrupt, and religious leaders for being all show and no substance. It's like he's the original social justice warrior, but with divine backing. And the consequences? They're not pretty. Amos talks about famines, plagues, and military defeats. It's like God saying, if you won't listen to words, maybe you'll listen to actions. But you know, it's not just about punishment. It's about trying to get people to change their ways. God's like a parent using tough love. The goal isn't to hurt, but to correct and guide. Now, you might be thinking, wow, this Amos guy is a real downer. But hold on, because the book doesn't end on a low note. In the last chapter, we get this amazing promise of restoration. It's like after a long dark tunnel, we finally see the light. God promises to restore Israel, to repair its broken places, and restore its ruins. It's a message of hope that says no matter how bad things get, there's always a chance for redemption. And here's the cool part. This promise isn't just for ancient Israel. It's a message that resonates through time, telling us that no matter how messed up things seem, there's always hope for a better future. It's like Amos is saying, yeah, things are bad now, but hang in there. Better days are coming. It's a powerful reminder that our actions have consequences, but also that it's never too late to change and seek justice. So there you have it, the Book of Amos in a nutshell. It's not just some dusty old text, it's a wake-up call that's just as relevant today as it was 2,800 years ago. It challenges us to think about how we treat others, how we use our resources, and what really matters in life. Whether you're religious or not, Amos's call for justice and compassion is something we can all learn from. So next time you're faced with a tough moral decision, maybe ask yourself, what would Amos say?